Hello all you Leos out there, welcome to your monthly reading for March here on the Astroflower. A little bit windy here, so I've got my jacket on and everything. I'm trying to keep warm, don't be fooled by that sunshine. It is very cold. So anyway, but it's glorious to be outside. And spring seems to be sort of like in the air in the Northern Hemisphere, it certainly does. Yes, what was going on in February? February was purification month, that's what it was all about. Purifying the way in which our stance, as it were, in accordance to life. And now we're moving on into March, and I'm calling it March in Action, or March on March. So March is marching, marching forward. And it's not been the easiest. I've got to say, all the readings I've done so far, the first 2 weeks here, so we've got the overall energies here, we've got the karmic message for your relationship or your emotional side or your spiritual side. Karmic message here for your job, your business and your projects. And this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You can also say influence from the universe. It's getting very windy. Influence from the universe, influence from past self, influence from future self and the general outcome. So that's the sort of thing, so that's how it sort of works here on the Astroflower. So, and I've got to say, for the first sort of 2 weeks, it's been complicated for all signs. I haven't really seen a lot of signs that in the first 2 weeks of March, it's easy going. Maybe one. So I'm just warning you. I'm warning you. It's a pre-warning, but it's all good. It all comes out good. It's just like starting a journey. Sometimes it's a little bit, you know, you got the backpack and stuff like that, your bag, your bag's not quite right, but as you go down the journey, you reorganize your bag a little bit and it gets a lot easier. That's what it seems like. But the thing is, you've got to go on that journey. Unless you go on that journey, you're not going to be able to sort your bag out. Okay? So, let's see what's going on for you. I hope you have a lovely reading. 10 of Pentacles. That's the overall energy. And I think the outcomes of all of this, that was the 5 of Pentacles, by the way. I thought I'd tell you. I think that's your past. Yeah, so the 10 of Pentacles, the outcome has always been, if you start the journey, you're going to get your rewards. And I think the overall energy here is setting up a situation for you where as you start your journey, as you go further down your journey, down the month of March, I think you'll start discovering actually that I've got a lot of attributes around me. And that could well be energy, that could well be emotions, that well could be money, time. It could also be the connections you have, the resources you have, loads of different things. I think by the end of the month, I think you're going to find yourself, if you go down this journey, in a much better place than you are today. Depending on where you're starting from in life, basically. Let's just see what's going on in the karmic message here on the relationship side. 9 of Swords. This comes from the purification month of February, basically. You know, we have learned a lot in February. And that did I say 9 of Swords? I meant 9 of Wands. Sorry about that. Yeah, we've learned a lot. And I think this is where, in your relationships, and I've seen in your relationships, you've been very wary of the people that are around you. Not wary as in sort of like suspicious, but just understanding the people that are around you and seeing which relationships really are honest and work and are in line with you, and you are in line with them, and also relationships that aren't. And I think here is where you're sort of like, I don't want to say don't let your shields down, but you know, don't turn off your healthy boundaries radar, basically. I think that's what it's sort of saying there. And the first week here, you get the Queen of Wands. This is really good stuff here in March. Maybe you're going to be the exception to the rule. Exploring different aspects of your passions in life. So recognizing within the relationships, and this is where I think you can really start building very, very good, solid relationships. Recognizing which in each relationship, where your passions, or where you find the middle ground with the people in regards to that passions. And that's the same thing for your spirit here, because you can look at this as a spiritual journey as well, if that's what you're looking for here. And if you're looking for that, then it's being in alignment with your spirit and the energy that is around you, and noticing that when I'm at the beach, I shouldn't be pining for the mountain, and vice versa. And I think here as well is when if you're in your whichever relationship you're around you, you shouldn't be there and sort of thinking about doing another thing, or thinking about doing another, thinking about being with someone else. No, that's not how it works. You've got to be here in the here and now. Yes, you are obviously the exception to the rule, Leo. Second week, past self to present self as well. You get the sunshine. Sunshine on a rainy day makes my soul trip away. Don't know who that was. Bangles? No. Anyway, yeah, you've come, this is what I say, I think you've worked out a lot in the past month which relationships do work and which relationships don't work. And that is actually making you really happy because you feel like you're not wasting your time anymore. And I think this is, when you know it works really well for you. And that's when, that's what you need to bring from the past. In the second week here, I think as well, this understanding of bringing that from the past is also going to shine a light on you more than anything else. Yes, it's going to shine a light on your happiness, but people are going to realize that maybe the subtle changes that people are starting to understand that you are putting into place in your life. The World card, you've got a great reading here by the looks of things, because now we're getting into the latter stages of the week, and it's like you've started the race running already, and now you're building up to a sprint. This is through this realization, this recognition from other people that is around you, shining a light on you, that takes you to a completely different way of being in regards to other people. And it's a whole new landscape, and it's a whole new level. It's like when a speedboat goes out the water, then it eventually starts aquaplaning in a way. And you're sort of doing that. You're getting into your stride here, and you're recognizing it as a whole new sort of way of being. And then at the top, you get the Queen of Cups. So starting off with the Queen of Wands, exploring and getting there. And now I think here is, because you understand this, or you should be understanding this on your journey, the bag is starting to get comfortable, and now you're in your stride. And when you're in your stride, that's when you can relax. And when you can relax, that's when you can connect, or so you can allow your emotions to infect the world that is around you in a very, very good way. It will allow you to sort of really shine more than anything else. Absolutely lovely for your relationships and spiritual path there. But don't turn off, because there is pitfalls in all of this. Because when you're really happy, like everybody, we can turn around and kind of go, oh, don't worry about it, I'll let them do me wrong. No. I think that's really important. Don't let down your healthy boundaries radar. Healthy boundaries dar. Yeah, but if you do, if you're honest with yourself and realise and know in a good time when to say no and when to say yes, that's very difficult in life. That's when you're going to get all the good results, I think. Wheel of Fortune on your financial side, with that 10 of Pentacles that came up in the overall energies, I think it has got a lot to tie into that side. I think maybe there's a possibility that you've learned now, you know how to make money. So you know how to get a job, you can do it, you can really do it. Once you put your mind to it, Leos, you can do it. There's no doubt about it. You have that sort of persona or charisma when you go into something. And that really does serve you well. The difficulty you have is keeping that money and not allowing it just to slip through your fingers. Money management can be quite difficult for Leos. So here I think this is what you're understanding here. How to cultivate and develop your resources. In the first week, you get the 8 of Wands. Yeah, a lot of messages coming through. It also gives you a focal point here, I think, for your career and your business or your projects. Through this sort of like through this sort of communication with yourself, which instigates this Wheel of Fortune moment within you. And I think it's information that comes from around you. So being very observative about what's being said around you, what's happening around within your market space or within your job or within your pathway. It could be, you know, if you're starting a YouTube channel, making sure you pay attention to all the other YouTube channels that are doing similar sort of things to you. Just get your finger on the pulse. That's what it is. In the first week here, that's what seems to be happening. Getting your finger on the pulse. This is where you can use your intuition. This is where getting your finger in the pulse and using those messages from the 8 of Wands in the first week and from the universe, and that communication, I think, as well. Here you're now starting to sort of do the work in the background where you kind of going, I can now see how I can progress my career, progress my business, progress my my projects and everything like that. And it's coming from inside you, and that seems to be a repeating thing for you, Leo, actually. They've got a lot of resources within you and a lot of strengths within you. And I think you're discovering a lot of that with this karmic path of the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Then you get a Tower moment. Wow. What is that all about? That's, to be honest, it comes, you know, if you take it as a negative thing, it comes right out of the blue. Right? I don't see that. I see more a case of celebration, champagne popping. It's like you've now worked out in your life previous ways of doing things that were not very fruitful. So it's the coming down of belief systems, coming down of systems that don't really bring you the results. I think that's it, and I think it's a massive aha moment. Yeah, it's going to shock your world, it's going to shake your world, but at the same time, I think this is a huge opportunity for you, massive opportunity. I think that Tower moment is actually really good. And it could be, okay, let's just put it this way. Let's just say you lose your job. Catastrophic thing. But all of a sudden now, you lost your job, and then you kind of notice, and because you've understood how to work your sort of, your magic as it were, into the Wheel of Fortune. You know, you've lost your job, and all of a sudden you kind of go, you see another advert for another job, and it's better paid, less hours, and it's very much within your spec. And you kind of go, in that case, I'm going for that. And you get that. If you didn't lose your other job, you would have never looked at that. Do you understand what I mean? So I think this is you could take it as being really negative, but I don't think it is in the long run. Repetitive nightmares. Let me revisit this Tower. Let me just see what's going on between the two there. It's, if you're running a business, it's like a company that owes you money goes out of business. It's that sort of thing, you know, and it's like kind of going, oh no, going back to that, why am I losing that? But this is the Wheel of Fortune here, and it does spin both ways, but I don't think it's harbouring money loss in here. I think it's more of an awakening more than anything else, out of a certain dependency that you might have on a job or on a business or on a contract or on, you know, within your project. I think the realization as well, and this is what the Wheel of Fortune is almost sort of saying, you can create anything out of all of this. It is really up to you. And I think in a way, it's almost as if like you are on the Wheel of Fortune and it's you who decide which way it spins it. And if you've learned that and you've understood those messages at the beginning, then you can get the clarity and inner vision to turn this negative into a positive. I think there is a negative degree about it, yes. I'm not going to sort of lie to you, but I don't think it's as catastrophic as you think. And I think that will be your strength. If you realize that this is just one door closing, another door opening, this is where you can change it out. We're going to clarify all of that with the Light Seers cards because I want to know what's going on just as much as you. So yes, let's just see what's going on. I hope you really do get the best out of these readings. Massive appreciation for the support you give to this channel. Blimey, the cards are jumping all over the place. The Ace of Swords wants to jump out. That's a good sign for you. Yeah, I really appreciate all the support you give to this channel. There's loads of links in the description below. There's also my sister channel, Cymatic TV, a channel all about energy. You can go and have a look over there and see what we're doing over there. It's quite amazing stuff, really. Yes, let's just do a bit of clarification here. So on the overall energies here, you get the Three of Wands. I think the overall energy here is sort of saying the abundance depends upon you going off on that journey. That's what I'm talking about here. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait. Don't hold back. I think this journey on your financial side, as much as on your relationship side, if you engage with that journey, you're going to get the best results. You're going to get the best results, basically. Excuse me a second, I've just got a problem with my recording on that. So yeah, go off on your journey. I think if you go off on your journey, don't hesitate. I think you'll find the good end of all of these scenarios here, basically. With the Nine of Wands, you get the Eight of Swords. This is almost like sort of telling you the opposite side of the journey here. This is what it feels like. If you don't use your healthy boundaries, you're going to find yourself in relationships tied up in situations that don't really correspond to you. Use your healthy boundaries to not go back to feeling sort of controlled and cornered. That's the best thing within your spirit. Okay, so let's just see what's going on with the Queen of Wands. You get the Ace of Wands here. Concentrating on every little thing, making sure it's almost like within every sort of relationship that works really well, and noticing when it works and being there totally, and concentrating your passions on the here and now, the moment. This is this understanding, this new you that's coming to the surface here, which is driven by your own sort of happiness, basically, and your alignment and your attunement with everything that is around you. Every relationship, or the spirit, or the birds, or the trees, or whatever, you know, which, even if it's on your spiritual path. Out with the old and in with the new. This is a new you. This is what we can see with the World card here. You get the sun with the sun. Gee whiz. This is very much a Leo card. This is you. You know, it's that sunshine on a on a rainy day, and it's happiness all the way through. This is why what I said in the beginning is obviously totally doubling down and spot on. You know what ticks for you, and I think this is that realization within you, that out with the old and in with the new. There's obviously a decision that you need to make, and I think that's tied into your karmic path there with the Eight of Swords. Obviously you have a decision that if you're going to step into this new world, you've got to decide to do it. This is what I was saying here with the overall energies here. If you engage in it, you are going to get the results in it. If you do not engage in it, I think it could be a little bit tricky. So yeah, it's a difficult decision to make in the third week, but it does start up a whole new chapter for you in your life. You know, that was the Death and Rebirth card that just jumped at me there. And we got the Two of Pentacles that had just jumped out as well. I'm going to take it. with this Queen of Cups, by the end of the month, I think the decision that you're making in the third week in regards to your relationships and so forth, you're realizing that actually it was a good decision. You're seeing with your emotions, and when you're happy, the two sunshines, when you're happy, that's when I think you're going to realize you've made the right choice. And it's going to reveal to you what is really, really working for you. It's going to streamline a lot of things. It's going to make your life a lot easier. And the Lover card it just wants to come out. This could well be this choice here. I'm going to put it in there. I think this is, this choice here. So I'm going to put it in here between the two twos because it is two as well. I think this choice here, you're making a choice about love in the third, fourth week. And there doesn't seem to be, it's all, it's within you, the possibilities, basically, Leo. So let's just see what's going on with here. Wheel of Fortune, you get the Four of Swords. I think with this working out here, realizing and having those messages coming through and that focal point in the first week, and then realizing how to do it in the second week, it's going to be a bit of a tower moment. But I think this is healing the Nine of Swords, actually. I think this tower moment here is basically stopping you from being caught up in a repetitive nightmare. That's what you're getting healing from, because you're turning the Wheel of Fortune into your favor here. I think that tower moment is actually really, really positive. And I think you're saying goodbye to that Nine of Swords. We'll see with that. With the, you get the High Priestess again. These messages here, it's all about your intuition here on your financial side, on your career path, on your, your projects. It's all about your intuition and understanding the zeitgeist, the underbelly of life, feeling that undercurrent of energy, noticing the trends around you. That's what it's all about. And I think here, it seems like here, I haven't seen this card yet, but I think this card here, this High Priestess at the top here, is almost as if you're getting a glimpse at this tower moment, and you're preempting that tower moment, or you've got a chance to preempt that tower moment to turn it into real benefit for you. Knight of Wands. Yes, I think this is within your intuition. You're getting a whiff of this journey that you need to go on, this passionate journey that's very rhythmical, and it's almost as like like in a film, it's like someone's on a motorbike and there's cars crashing all around them, and they manage to just go like that and get through it. And that's what seems to be happening for you here. If you go on that journey, trust your intuition, I think you're going to get through it in flaming colours. Let's just see what... That is so good. That is so good. I feel really good about that. I'm really chuffed that we're spot on with that. This is success, ultimate success for you. This is the doubling up of those 6 Three of Wands there, and this is where you start getting your abundance, I think. Yes, it does maybe create other complications for you more than anything else, but I think this tower moment is incredibly positive for you, and it allows you to let go of financial nightmares that you might have had in the past. If you're having financial problems, you trust your intuition, and you're going to turn a negative into positive in a really, really beautiful way here. Let's just see what's going on with Queen of Cups again at the top. Yes, I think this is, you couldn't get a more antidote card to that, a vaccine for that, for repetitive nightmare, woes and worries. You get this vibrant queen that you've already got at the top here. This vibrant queen, which just allows you to really swan into something and really advance on your career path, on your business, on your projects, whatever it is. You're going to be really the toast of the town more than anything else. And I think it's going to really work for you. And really turn your finances into something amazing. That's so good. That's so good. I'm so chuffed for you. Leo, thank you very much. All you Leos out there, thank you very much for your support. And I hope you get the best out of these readings. Go off on that journey, Leos. The world is a much better place when you do. It's absolutely brilliant. Yes, I will see you soon, either on Cymatic TV, our sister channel, the channel all about energy, or I'll see you here. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.